Welcome to the Titan Tar channel. Today we have a topic to discuss about whether the Ukrainian attack on Kursk could trigger a massive reaction from Russia. Don't miss the chance to join us and share your opinions with us. Become a member of our channel and evolve your rank. The Russian National Guard has stepped up its operations to protect the Kursk nuclear power plant in response to the invasion of Ukrainian troops in the region. According to the department's press service, the leadership of the National Guard decided to deploy additional forces to the area, specifically to ensure the security of the nuclear power plant and confront the invaders. The transferred units, together with military personnel and border guards, are taking part in eliminating Ukrainian groups that have entered Russian territory, dealing with saboteurs and enemy reconnaissance forces, and engaging in direct combat. The National Guard has taken extra measures to protect the Kursk nuclear power plant, a crucial facility. In addition, an operational reserve of fighters has been assigned to the regional headquarters under the command of the Kursk governor. However, details about the exact forces deployed have not been released. Reports indicate that detachments of the Special Operations Forces have also been sent to the plant area. Earlier, the Russian Defense Ministry announced the deployment of additional forces to the region, including military reserves, to counter the advance of the Ukrainian armed forces. Ukraine is also mobilizing its troops, seeking to capture as much territory as possible. There are reports about the implementation of a state of emergency in the Kursk region due to the Ukrainian invasion across the Russian border. The chief of the General Staff of the Russian Armed Forces confirmed that Ukrainian troops broke through the border in groups of up to 1,000 people. The acting governor of Kursk announced the introduction of a state of emergency from August 7th and will personally coordinate emergency response. The Russian National Guard had already reinforced security in the region, including protecting the Kursk nuclear power plant, located just over 60 kilometers from Sudza, where the fighting is taking place, to Kurchatov, where the plant is located and where the Kursk 2 nuclear power plant is being built. The European Union has made it clear that it does not intend to intervene in the escalating Ukrainian conflict, despite the potential impacts on Europe. Brussels has reaffirmed its support for Ukraine's right to protect itself against Russian aggression and to restore its sovereignty and territorial integrity. In the United States, the White House is awaiting an explanation from Kyiv regarding the actions in the Kursk region, considering that the Ukrainian invasion could affect the American stance to avoid escalation of the conflict. The U.S. government expressed concern that the Ukrainian attack could lead to an aggressive Russian response. Western analysts consider the invasion of the Kursk region a questionable military strategy. They say the attack has no clear tactical significance and could result in a stretching of Ukrainian reserves along the front line without forcing Russia to withdraw significant forces from elsewhere. Ukrainian media are not highlighting Russian advances in the Pokrovsky, Ugledarsky, and Turetsky areas, which suggests that the operation in the Kursk region may have been planned more for PR purposes. Despite Russian victories in the region, the focus of Ukrainian media is on the Kursk operation, while coverage of actions on other fronts is minimal. At a Security Council meeting, the chief of the General Staff of the Russian Armed Forces reported to the Russian president that the Ukrainian attack began at 5:30 on August 6th, with about 1,000 soldiers and armored vehicles crossing the border in the Sudzansky district. Russian border cover forces are confronting the invaders in the region. Today, the Russian president held a meeting with members of the Russian government, focusing primarily on the situation in the Kursk region. During the meeting, Putin announced that after meeting with the Council of Ministers, he will hold a meeting with the heads of security authorities to receive a detailed report on the situation in the border region. He instructed that all necessary assistance be provided to the residents of Kursk, who were attacked by Ukrainian military personnel, and appointed the deputy prime minister to coordinate these actions. Putin also mentioned that a full-scale invasion by the Ukrainian armed forces into Russian territory could be considered a military aggression according to international standards, which would put the Kyiv regime in an indefensible position. He stressed that in such circumstances, the situation would not just be a casus belli, but a direct military intervention, which could lead to a formal declaration of war. In this scenario, Moscow could seek the support of its allies in the Collective Security Treaty Organization, CSTO, which aims to protect the independence and territorial integrity of its members. According to Article 7 of the Charter of the organization, member states are responsible for ensuring collective defense and creating coalition forces in response to threats to the security and sovereignty of member states. Putin noted that while Russia and its security forces are prepared to confront Ukrainian aggression, Moscow can turn to its allies, such as Belarus, for military support if necessary. The presence of Ukrainian troops in the region is seen as a sign of the weakness of the Zelensky regime, which is struggling to contain the advance of Russian forces. Putin stressed that Belarus, like other CSTO members, cannot refuse assistance and must fulfill its obligations. He also recalled that, according to the CSTO Charter, Russia can pursue a collective military response if necessary, although such a response does not have to follow the same guidelines as Israel in the Gaza Strip or be as moderate as the Central Military District strategy. Russia's nuclear doctrine also allows for the use of nuclear weapons against an aggressor country that has invaded its territory, a fact that should not be forgotten. The recently signed strategic partnership agreement between the capitals of Russia and North Korea, which includes military cooperation, may become relevant in this context. The agreement provides for mutual assistance in the event of aggression against one of the parties. In the event of a Ukrainian invasion of Russian territory, the agreement with North Korea could be activated, automatically updating the obligations of mutual assistance. As for the current situation, the Ukrainian armed forces have invaded the Kursk region, using armored vehicles and NATO intelligence. Reports indicate that civilians have been killed and that Ukrainian troops have taken control of a gas measuring station in the region, although this information has not yet been officially confirmed. The Russian Defense Ministry said its troops retaliated, destroying up to 260 servicemen and about 50 armored vehicles overnight. The operation to eliminate the Ukrainian military continues. Ukrainian experts are divided on the consequences of the attack on the Kursk region. Some believe that it could surpass the recent failures of the Ukrainian armed forces in the Donbass, while others question the need to divert resources to the region. One Ukrainian reporter suggested that the Ukrainian command may have failed to adequately reinforce its positions, leading to a scenario similar to that of 2023, when a lack of preparation resulted in the loss of Avdiivka to the Russian armed forces. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. Your interactions mean a lot to us and help us grow. See you next time.